Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be building a manual machine. I've never been able to manual before and I would really like to be able to. So what you're going to need for building a manual machine is a 6x3 inch 3 meter plank, two 3x2 inch 3 meter planks, a saw. We've got a chop saw but an ordinary saw will do fine, some screws. We used 80 and 100mm, a screwdriver, and a tape measure, a pencil, and you'll obviously need your bike as well. So first we put the bike on the base so we know where to put the upright support that the back wheel will rest against. But when we were doing it, then we realised that Daddy's bike was bigger, so we put the bigger bike on, which is a 29er instead of my 26er. And we just turned it round there because there was knots right where we were going to be screwing it. So we turned it round and measured it just roughly to the back wheel. And then we didn't need all the other bit, half of it basically. So we just cut a bit off, and then that would be the back bolt support that went up. So this is Daddy just cutting it now. So there's the base and the back support. So we're going to screw it in with 80mm screws. So we put three screws on the bottom, and that's that in place. And just measuring it to make sure it fits. So that's good with both our bikes, but the back bit could be a bit shorter, so later we did in fact cut that shorter because the saddle kept hitting it. So here Daddy's cutting the things that will support there, as you can see, 45-degree angle, just roughly. And then we just copied the first one that we did, so they're exactly the same. And then did one final cut just so they're exactly the same. So these were actually going to be a bit too long because first we had to put some planks along the bottom like Daddy's showing there. So here's Daddy just cutting them to length. And then he's going to screw them on there. Again, it's not going to be a specific, or whatever it's called, specific, I can't say it, gap. It's just to what fits your tyre width. And then Daddy screwed them in place with one on the back and two screws each on the underneath, again using 80mm screws. And just checking to fit the tyre fits, which it does. Now here you can see that the rear mech hits the supports, so we're just going to cut them a bit shorter. Just checking my bike fits as well. Just screwing them in. We used 100mm screws so that we used 80mm screws on the back and 100mm screws underneath because it's a bit thicker. And then we just and cut it a bit more and a bit more. And then the back piece is a bit slanted, so we had to cut the piece of wood at a bit of an angle so that it fitted nice and snug. And then again used 100mm screws on the bottom and 80mm screws at the back. And then just checking that the bikes fit, which they both do. And then with a bit of scrap wood that we had left over, we put another support on the back. Not sure if it's necessary, but just for an extra bit of support. Using 80mm screws, we screwed it in. And as you can see there, it's a bit wobbly, so we're going to put some sideways support in. We were just going to put it on top with we did do 60 centimeters each side, but we were then going to put bits of wood underneath so that it fitted and didn't move side to side. But then we decided to cut a notch out of it cutting it, so that's Daddy cutting the hole where the notch is going to be out of. And then he used an electronic multi-tool to cut the hole out. So if you're going to be doing it this way, then you'll need an electronic multi-tool, which we didn't say at the start that you'll need. So just getting it to the right depth now so that it's nice and stable. And screwing it in using 80mm screws. So this is the final result. As you can see, we've got the back support on the back, and then the plank of wood 3x2 so that it doesn't slide. Then we've got the two supports on the front and the two planks of wood on the bottom. And something that's not on the video is a rope at the front, so we just wrapped it around the plank at the bottom and then around the wheel. So here are my first few attempts using the manual machine. As you can see, I'm not very good at manualing. So if you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, then I'm going to be putting a few more videos out, I don't know how many more yet, on my progress with the manual machine. So make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss them. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and I'll see you next time.